So it happened. We froze up. I did not listen to my gut, and I listened to the neighbor. The neighbor told me that he leaves his gray tank open so that he can have a shower, do whatever, not have to worry about opening the tank. And I thought, wow, if it works for you, then obviously it's going to work for me. Open up the gray tank, and we were living our lives, having showers, washing dishes. Today and yesterday were 2 warm days. So yesterday it got up to +2 and maybe a little warmer. Today is also about the same. So right now it's -1, but it was a lot warmer earlier. The last couple days have been warm, so I figure I'll dump the black tank. No big deal. About 20 minutes to when I should have left to go to my eldest son's swimming lessons, I was like, shoot, I forgot to open the black tank. So I go and I decide, okay, I'm going to open the black tank and I'll just let it run out while we're at the swimming lessons. And then it'll be all completely out. So I open up the black tank and I waited for that telltale gushing of water sound. And there was nothing. So I'm thinking to myself, why don't I hear anything? And then I just started panicking. I was like, oh my gosh, the worst of the worst has happened. I decided to check anyways. I didn't take any video footage. I'm kind of glad because I was just freaking out yesterday. Just all these thoughts rushing through my head. If the pipes are frozen, I don't know what we'll do. I don't want to have to walk or drive to the nearest bathroom to take a poop. Oh my gosh. The winter is so hard to survive in. I don't want to have to pee in a bucket. I don't want to have to use the easy peasy. But in emergency situations, I guess you gotta do such things. I'm like, okay, I'll just check. I open up the skirt, peer underneath, and lo and behold, the black tank has filled up the hose. It was all backed up. Heavy water in the pipe. Fell off the slinky. I have a clear hose right at the RV, so I could see that the water was backed up. Closed up the skirt. Closed everything up. I had to go to bring my eldest son to his swimming lessons. So I'm driving up to the gate, and I'm like, there is no way I can go to swimming lessons with the RV like that. And then I get back and try to do anything and it'll be pitch black out and I won't be able to see anything. Screw swimming lessons. I need to go back. I need to fix this. And then I was like, wait, I'm going to check the mail. So I go to the office, and as I get in there, there's a guy at the front and he's paying his bill. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's the 2nd of December. our rent is due tomorrow, I decided I was going to pay the rent. So rent per month is $800 plus power. And I was like, okay, so I wonder what power is going to be like. This will be the moment of truth. Power was freaking $380. Rent in total came up to $1,200 and something with tax and everything. We got the frozen sewer line. We got an almost $400 power bill. And I missed my eldest son's first swimming lessons for his level 4. And I was just feeling like... immediately like dove under the skirt. I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Like, why is it doing this? Like, maybe it's just accumulating in this hose part. So I finally, as I'm getting to the part that goes out of the skirt, it goes out of the skirt about this much, and then it goes under into the sewer. And that's when I noticed that about this much, whoa, can't really see, this much of the hose was rock solid frozen. And I aimed the heater at it, and I had the heater aimed like right at it all night because I just wanted that to de-thaw and go down into the sewer and just clear it out. Anyways, today was my day to get everything fixed. I turned off some space heaters. I'm no longer going to use a space heater underneath. I got this at PV Mart. This is called a chicken light. The bulb I'm using was a more expensive one. This one is splatter resistant. So I'm going to put this underneath because my neighbor has one of these under his. He obviously had his sewer line wrapped bit better than I do, because I mean I had it wrapped, but there was clearly areas where the cold, like there was a hole right where it was going down into the sewer, so it was obviously not heat protected enough, and that's why it froze. So from now on, I'm just gonna have all the tanks closed except for the boys gray, because the boys gray is under the slide and I actually have to climb underneath to open it up, so I just leave that one open, and that one's been fine because they don't use it that much, just trickles down, whatever. I'm leaving the back black tank closed, I leave the front black and gray closed, and when it fills up, I empty it. The sensors on the black tank aren't working, so I sort of gauge how full the black tank is based on how full the gray tank is, because the gray tank usually fills up before the black tank. So when the gray tank fills up, I dump the black tank, and then I dump the gray tank just to clean the hose out, you know? I also really wrapped up the hose, the sewer hose, and it's bundled like a baby now. Also, one thing that I haven't mentioned yet was our water hose froze because I didn't have it wrapped at all. I just had it hooked up. It's one of those Pureit water hoses that you plug in. It's blue. My water froze up. Not a big deal because I keep our freshwater tank full so that if the hose froze, I had the freshwater tank and I could rely on that. So I wrapped it with a foam self-seal stuff, and all it took was one package. So I have another package if I need to do it again. And then I wrapped it in about this thick of Reflectix, and I just wrapped it around and then taped it in certain areas. And then the areas that I couldn't wrap around with anything, I got this foam tape that has a silver layer on top, and it's super sticky in the bottom of the foamy part. And I wrapped that around the areas that I couldn't get to, and I like taped the Reflectix around with that too, and just bundled everything up nice. So our water's been working. Even when it hit those super, super cold, like -30 nights the last week, haven't had any issues of that freezing up. So I'm proud of myself that I bundled up our water. So now when this whole sewer thing happened, I was a bit really disappointed. So I'm so grateful that I was able to fix the sewer. That was like a huge thing.